God damn. Greetings. I come to you because the Most High sent me to you with the strict, no BS, no nonsense policy. I want to talk to you today about why the Janus is important. I was just on another show, performing another show, talking about this. But I want to tell you all why the Janus is important. Why this dispensation of time is important. I'm not going to do it too fast because there's a whole lot don't care. And we're going to get their ass out the way. For those who do care, you're going to have to sit the fuck down and listen to what I got to say. And trust me, it ain't nothing bad for you. All good. I was talking to my daughter last night. And she told me the biggest problem that she thinks that is wrong with my delivery in podcasting. And I'm going to do the complete opposite. I'm do the complete opposite. My daughter want me to be quick, fast, and swift, giving them punchlines and them heavy one-liners. You know, pulverize them with those quick words like that. Nothing came to me quick. Ain't nothing ever came to me quick, ever. And I'm going to be in and out of here. Ooh, this is the second time tonight that they got to shoot them Janus. They shooting in the air already, Detroit, in the hood. They shooting, they letting them things off. These boys out here playing with them guns tonight on the Janus Day. I am not going to be shooting in the air on tonight. What goes up must come down. I'm not pagan or heathen. I don't mark time like that. I have. I was a part of them traditions. The most important thing about the Janus, and you are going to hear them talking about this. Ain't none of them thought about it. Blessed be those that hear it, and nobody today is in the and nobody in the chat. You know why? Because they're too occupied with the god Janus. I swear to you. Oh, they ready to end it all for 2023. They ready to wrap it up. I'm going to tell you why the Janus time system is important. I talked to you in my last video about the Janus, and I said some things, and you should have heard me. If you heard me, you wouldn't have a problem with this video, and you should be easily able to catch on. Because everything that I say is predicated off of something that I have already said. Nothing new under the sun, people. Nothing new. I'm given intelligence. I don't challenge it. I accept it. I challenge ignorance and stupidity, dumbness, foolishness. That's why the fools ain't here tonight. Not nan one of them. And guess what? This message is the baddest message on YouTube tonight. Everybody else caught up in the Janus spell. I'm trying to tell you what Janus is. Because you didn't know that you was caught up in the Holy Ghost trance. The unholy Ghost trance. Whatever it is, whatever fucking trance it is, ODB found out and observed that you niggas caught up in it. Hey, hey, baby, I got your money in that song. I'm trying to tell y'all better pray to God. Hip hop is over, y'all. It's been firmly established in 2023 that everybody in Hollywood who have done the dirty deed. Everybody. It's been established. Something just happened there, a technical difficulty. And I didn't know I was still being recorded in the midst of the difficulty. Yes, Yasha was in distress. No, nobody listen to you. Don't nobody want to hear what you guys say. Nobody. Not my fault. You didn't deliver it to us. I ain't mad you heathens. I'm going to give it to you. And you better wisen up after that. That's why this is an archival channel. I done probably spent about the last 2-3 minutes in distress. That's because I thought StreamYard kicked me off the channel. 2024, I got the biggest, baddest fucking blunt. Oh my God. Peace. Hippie. Let me stop the foolishness though. But for real, why the Janus time is important. Somebody gonna listen to it. Somebody gonna hear it. Somebody gonna figure it out. They gonna figure out shit until I tell them. The white man is too busy fighting to establish the dominance of Janus. He don't know whether Janus has succeeded or failed. He don't know. Trust me, he don't know. If he knew, he wouldn't have to fight anymore. So that means that there's no expert that deals with time. There's no chronographer. There's no historian. There's no philosopher. There's no astrologist. There's no astronomer. There's nobody that the Most High Yahweh have equipped to tell you what I'm about to tell you today in the fashion that I'm going to tell you today. I ain't kissing no asses. I'm just not going to do it. I know who I am. I'm not begging nobody to listen to me because the Lord told me that this is my archive channel. Just give it, record it, and let it do what it do. And that's what I'm going to do. There's many that don't want to listen to Yashab in Israel because they don't like what Yashab in Israel got to say. There are those who think Jews white and I say they black. They don't like what I got to say. There are those who think Jesus is God and I say he's not. They don't like what I got to say. There are those even saying that Jesus is the Messiah of Israel and the Gentiles and the world. And I say he's not. They don't like what I got to say. When I was pushing them lies to y'all, I was a big bad man. I have seen preachers try to insert elements of truth after years and years of lies and foolishness. They have pushed elements of truth and they have died. I'm not going to say no names. I'm just going to hint at the person because I don't want to add salt to injury. Not insult, salt. Straight pure salt to injury, because we have been injured in this man's death. The hint is there's videos that I've made about hell. I made a video about this brother. I talked about this brother. He did a great thing. The Christian world didn't accept him. They hated him. Some even invited his death. I celebrate the brother's life. You're going to have to listen to me to get the message. I'm not playing no more. I'm not giving up all information to people anymore. I'm not. That's why this is an archive channel. You better go back and listen to the things I said already and catch up. That's what the Lord told me to do. We got about 20 minutes before we go off into the Janus. The Janus period. The Janus period that indicates the difference between 2023 and 2024. The Janus. Why is that important? I'm going to drop a heavy ass bomb on you. Rasul said he ain't said this, he will. Sarnetta ain't said this, he will. Garfield ain't said this, he's so pseudo. He holding himself so bad, trying to hate black consciousness that he's on his way out the door. Ain't no white man endorsed him. He paying white men. He endorsing white men. Ain't no white man endorsed Garfield to do what he's doing. And then Garfield wants to play games with you. He want to endorse the white man and trick y'all as if though the white man endorsed him. Every white man that was on Garfield channel, Garfield paid them. That's an endorsement. Garfield endorsed the white man. Garfield has endorsed white men that have shitted on much of Garfield's standing. On the DACA squad that's ready to cut Richard Carrier in motherfucking shreds. Rob Bourne don't like motherfucking Richard Carrier got to say. That's what I'm trying to tell you about Rob Bourne. Rob Bourne is oh man. Y'all go on my channel. Y'all see me. I cut Rob Bourne up. I met Rob Bourne. I talked to Rob Bourne. 2023 going into the Janus, Rob Bourne threatening fucking Sarnetta now. Rob Bourne is a big monster. He a big monster that you don't want to be caught up in jail with. A real nigga, I don't care how big he is, Rob Bourne ain't no threat on these motherfucking streets. Real nigga handle real business. Sarnetta scared of Rob Bourne. I ain't scared of Rob Bourne. Sarnetta shoot Rob Bourne the fuck down. Sarnetta, old dirty nigga from motherfucking Harlem. Brooklyn, that neck of the woods. He one of them Indians. But he'll say he's not an Indian. I could tell you the type of Jew he is, but he'll say, I'm not that type of Jew. All Egypt. The most pseudo shit I ever heard. There is Egypt in him. There's Egypt in all of us. I bet every black slave descendant of America can test positive for Egypt. Genetically. I'm certain that if the test was tested right, that every black person in America would be tested positive for Israel. America, India, and even as far as China. Now, when you get off into the Philippines, all of that is knockoff history after that. I'm dropping jewels. I'm dropping jewels. Why the Janus time is important. I know I'm bullshitting with that. And I've been on here for 21 minutes and I haven't told y'all yet why Janus time is important. Don't know motherfucking body know. America, I'm telling you right now today, you're hearing groundbreaking information. And I promised y'all, I'm not coming to y'all unless God told me to come. Ain't no scientist, ain't no preacher, ain't no astronomer, ain't no astrologist, ain't no fucking archaeologist, anthropologist, ain't no geologist can tell you what I'm going to tell you today. I'm going to tell you why the Janus time is important, people. I told you that the white man don't know because he's still fighting to establish the Janus. In the name of Israel. That's the sad part about it. The white people over in Israel fighting. Them ain't black Israelites. The white people over in Israel establishing in the name of white Israel. Trust me. They got a date that they marked down when the war started. Was it during the kibbutz or some shit like that? One of them Hebrew holidays? I'm acting ignorant because a smart man can't act ignorant. Can't no ignorant man act smart. Everything that I'm telling you is predicated upon words of these 500 videos that I gave you. This is an archival channel. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. I'm not bowing down or wavering. I'm not. I'm not coming to y'all with them quick one-liners. Did your motherfucking teacher in first grade give you a quick one-liner and then tell you and challenge you to get an A on it? What about your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 12th grade teacher? Did you ever learn like that? You come across these one-liner motherfuckers, that's all about domination. Somebody's trying to dominate. They playing games. And you will get dominated if you play that game. We talk about these one-liners. You didn't learn like that. You went to fucking school. You got an education. The teacher gave you at first 10 words on a board. You were speaking English 5 years before you ever went to motherfucking school. 4, 5 years. When at 5, this government, America, found to go to mother. At 5, the way you talk and the way you use words, verbs, and this and that, now you need to be educated. You know too much. Now you need to know how to use what you know. And many of us have failed the fucking test. Your education start what, 4, 5 years old? In my time, 6 years old could have entered into kindergarten, depending on if his birthday fell behind. What, September, some shit, November, some shit, October, something. Crazy the way they did, the way that the Europeans divided time. And that's why this video is important, because we're talking about why the time of Janus is important. Play with you and I'm gonna toy with you. I'm not gonna give you my knowledge like that. I'm not, because you don't know it, and I'm gonna toy you, tease you with it, because you ain't got it. Astrologists ain't got it. Your pastors, your imam ain't got it. None of you fake ass Israelites who acting like you didn't put in the work for Israel and had a connection with Yahweh like I do. Ain't none of y'all got it. And that's why I'm toying with you motherfuckers all night. I don't give a fuck whether nobody listen to this video. I don't care. It's my show. It's going down my way. It's either my way or the motherfucker highway. I got it. And I'm toying with y'all because I got it. I could shut down the motherfucking show tonight and just say fuck it and don't tell y'all nothing. And lead the world into confusion. But that will go against the plan of God. The plan of God is for me to tell you why the Janus is important tonight. And to establish Yah's word and his work through his prophet, through his Elohim, for he is not Elyon, the way high Elohim. He's the highest Elohim. He's not Elohim, he's Elyon. Elyon. Am I talking stupid? Am I high? Am I talking drunk? Am I talking drunk? Am I talking drunk? Am I talking dumb? Am I talking unintelligent? I'm gonna string y'all along. Because this shit about to be over with in less than 10 minutes, I think. No, you got an hour and 10 minutes. What is it about? I'm gonna give it to y'all before then. Because this video is going to be archived. The record is going to be set on this video. And the answer is quite simple, but no one has asked the question. Why is the Janus time important? Nobody asked that. So don't nobody know the answer. Nobody. Who the fuck how smart you is? Because God never gave you the question. And I'm certain God never gave you the answer. Most Israelites don't think the Janus is important. They want to sit up there and try to act like they know what Hebrew time is. Oh, it's the Passover. It's the outside of holiday. Motherfucker don't even know how to calculate time. Excuse me. Back in the day, they would say, Yasha over there dipping snuff. I ain't dipping no motherfucking snuff because they don't have the right word. Just say for what I'm doing right now. And that's why the camera's off. No more sharing my personal business. Yasha, the person, no longer a topic of discussion. What go on in my life, in my world, with my family, my friends. Ain't too many people coming on this channel. You're going to have to be very, very, very either important or influential to make it up on this channel. And for the most part, it has been that. But there has been people that I have allowed to make it on my channel that I knew shouldn't have made it. I want to unify my people, and I want to invite other people in my world. My world is not big enough to invite everybody in. I'm a small king on a small island. The island is mine. The kingdom is mine. It's very small. But it's so powerful. You understand how that man got everything so intact on that kingdom. And because they couldn't understand it, some have chosen to threaten it. Michael Shannon, Eric Trueheart, JJ 7000. All men who have did me wrong and have apologized. Did me wrong, didn't apologize. Did me wrong, didn't apologize. JJ never apologized, but really he did. He really did. He just didn't want to say it, but he did. Trust me. He didn't want to come out of his mouth because JJ had another agenda that was ungodly. It might have been his own personal. I don't think it was satanic. I just think it was ungodly. I don't think it was anti-Israel. I don't think JJ satanic is anti-black Israel when you put it all on the scale, people. Anybody that can fix their mouth to say that God couldn't have possibly birthed a man on this planet as a Jew. A very dark black man as a Jew. Motherfucker father was a white Jew. When he came out a dark black man, God damn it, there's no way possible that you can say that there is no original black Jews. That no black man could have exited the womb as a full-blooded goddamn Jew. That is the most illogical, irrational, most racist, and most hate-filled ideology that this world is trying to push, and they're failing. They're failing. The emergence of the black Israelites and all of their ignorance is causing a disruption in that idea. Trust me. There's so many Negroes coming out Israelites. I'm trying to tell you, the government think that they can infiltrate these Negroes, but they can't. They can rouse, they can electrify them and unify them. Because that's what COINTELPRO. They was about seeking, electrifying, and unifying Eden energy. What COINTELPRO wasn't about was seeking intelligent intellectual, wisdom-based energy, knowledge-based energy. Because they weren't interested in that. Many of the older blacks have always had that from the beginning of time, and they knew that they was not going to be able to cut that off, and they respected those old Negroes and let them die out. You're talking about why the Janus time is important. I got I got about one more minute before I'm gonna end this show. Maybe a little bit more than that, but you're talking about the Janus. I'm gonna talk about the Janus time and why it's important. Just cut to the chase, because all I ever said, even sentences that I made that didn't complete, you will complete them if you feel me and you understand me. You will. If you feel me, understand me. Most of my people are able to. They have followed me so long that they're even able to complete my words before I even finish. I'm telling you, because they know to be an Israelite thought. We want to elevate this channel to an archival channel because there's some great shit that then went down over here, and this just ain't normal. Them boys over. Hey, there's a fight between the Israelites and the Palestinians and the Crusades. That shit is made it to social media. It is called both Garfield and Sinetta. Them boys is at straight war. They at war because Sinetta has to destroy Garfield. He has to. He has to. Because Garfield's slick and dirty and nasty. Here, I really didn't mean that. And I just, he'll slick his way on out just to get on top. And when he get on top, then he'll destroy Sarnetta. And Sarnetta can't have that. We're talking about why the Janus time is important. I'm going to tell you why the Janus time is important. I'm going to cut it up right now. And then we're going to go ahead and party. We're going to go ahead and kick it. And we'll say we because, yes, I'm talking to you. You are hearing me. Make a response in the comments. Tell me what you think about this. Now here it is. I'm finna let loose. I told you I was gonna give it to you in less than a minute. I'm a little late. Why the Janus time is important? The Janus time is important because the people that created the Janus time is what you call the Gutians. Them people not Israelites. Them people have no name in recorded history other than the Qumri. The Gutians are the Qumri. I told y'all the earliest records that we have of white people, the earliest recorded records of white people in history is the Akkadian records. Qumri. That's who the Gothi is, or the Guti is, or the Gotti. Like Don Gotti, the Gotti. Any nigga walking around here calling himself motherfucking Gotti has deceived the masses. I'm gonna tell you why he deceived the masses. Because he didn't let you know that he is for white supremacy. Whoa! I don't fuck what it is, and it's gonna hurt. Somebody gonna get killed behind what I got to say or what I've said. Any motherfucker walk around here calling himself Gotti. Man, Gotti is motherfucker Odin, chief prince, warrior of the white god. And that's what the fuck you saying you is. And we all know you not. You can submit at them parties and shit, in the meetings and shit. The very name of a nigga calling himself Gotti. That ain't even sold out. That's like That's like beyond sold out. It's like when I was coming up in the game, if you had topside, nigga was scared of topside. Motherfuckers today walk over topside. Y'all don't know nothing about no topside, that raw game. Topside was some shit like that Eddie Jackson topside. Woo! You couldn't put that in your body, you drop dead. Eddie Jackson topside to get walked over right now. And that's the reason why his son doing what the fuck I'm doing right now, podcasting, talking to you. Why Eddie Jackson got video named after my uncle. I'm a Riley. And that's a fact. My father's blood like Riley. Y'all figure it out. Go over look on Eddie Jackson's channel. There's never been a bigger heroin dealer in Detroit than Eddie Jackson. And he's been dead 30 years. Easy. Whoo! Maybe a little longer, about 35. I said that to say that Eddie Jackson's topside was so fucking raw. That's why they called it raw. You got that raw? I'm teaching y'all. Uncensored. This ain't no Israelite thought no more. I'm going to change this group to archived records. I'm going to do it tomorrow. These records are archivable. Talking about a bunch of fucking nothing. And that topside was so fucking raw that it had a 5 or a 10. It's straight off the fucking topside. Heroin will come in a hard-ass brick that had to be scraped off and diluted. Back then, it was B12. Today, if you, they don't even want raw no more. These people want straight fentanyl. Boom. Meaning that your topside, they motherfuckers will walk past topside. I don't want that no more. I don't want it. It's worthless. It might be worth $2. They want that for. That's what they want. Both topside and fentanyl in your body will kill you fast. All it takes it's a matter of time. You shouldn't last a week. Some Negroes have fooled themselves to believe that they can overcome both topside and or fentanyl. We're living in what you call the New World Order. I talked to y'all about the mark of the beast, right? Y'all know my thoughts on that. My words are all predicated on everything I've said on this video. No need for me to reiterate that and go over that again. You should have heard it. Yeah. Why the Janus time is. I ain't finna sit around here all day listening to this nigga for an hour, 2, 3 hours. You're gonna have to be educated. That's the way I get rid of the bullshit and the riffraff and the dummies and the disrespectful people. The people that don't want me. The people that just want to steal and take from me and get on off of me. But I'm going to put this in the archive records because ain't nobody said it. And ain't nobody said it. I ain't even said it yet. And I'm going to say it right now. The reason why the Janus time is, there's no accurate time for us to measure time with unto today. I said it right unto today. I said I'll speak fluently. I did it. I didn't even have to intellectualize it. It just came naturally. I stopped at it, and I wanted to do it another way. Say it another way. There is no other time that you have to really calculate time by in the world today. It just isn't. And the abolishment of this time system is none other than another confusion. This time system of the Janus can be traced back to, at best, no, I ain't gonna say at best. I'm gonna say at best to Eusebius Dionysus. Yeah, for all y'all who chose to leave, I told y'all I play games and day with knowledge. I play with my knowledge. Yeah, because I got it. You don't. And those that didn't listen to the message, they not gonna get it. And when they do, they ain't gonna get it from me. The person you got it from me. There's no other time system that we have today that you can actually use to calculate time with. It's just not. The Janus, Anglo-Saxon time system, the Gutian, the Kumari, sons of Gomer, Germanic, even modern day Russian. I would even go as far as saying ancient Russian, not original Russian. Modern day Rome. I would even go as far as saying ancient Rome. Germany, Rome, Russia. Hakumri, Wa Ashkenaz, the sons of Gomer and the sons of the Ashkenaz, and even the Togarma. Those people have fought for so hard and so long, the white man, the white race, that I told y'all that he was recorded. We have records of him in ancient history. And the first records that we have of the white man is the Kumari in ancient records. That's a fact. And ever since that time until now, those people have been fighting for dominance, rulership, and at least their place in the world. Their place in the world have overrode and changed seasons. You read in the Bible, we're talking about the adversary and the satyr, right? The changing of times, the seasons. That's what that was about way back then. And you're talking thousands of years ago. You ain't even talking hundreds of years ago. You're talking thousands, 3+. You have to listen to me to understand why the Janus time is important. There's no other accurate system. You can go to the Chinese. That's a long standing society. You can go to the Arabs. But the white man have established the Janus time system I told you, Eusebius Dionysius, he predated anything Islamic. Oh, that shit that they talk about in Islam do not go back to the beginning of the world. Like I told you, let me talk to your Islamic scholars, and I will. No, actually, I won't because they're afraid to deal with the subject. My brother Takori Dawson was one of the last persons that I had on my show, and one of the reasons why I made he don't know this, but one of the reasons why I made it feasible, impossible that he come on my show was that Takori talked about something that none of y'all felt or understood but me. And he said it and he understand it. Takori about the only other person out here that can halfway understand this kind of conversation. And I wish that he could be in, come in, or to listen to this conversation. You know, it's calculated time in reckoning years. That's what we did. The Israelites calculated time in reckoning years. And I taught Takori Dawson this because Takori Dawson was spanking the Kemetic's ass, asking them a question about how you calculate time. Yes, the Egyptians created time calculation and the Babylonians created time calculation, right? And even the Chinese created time calculation. Even as modern as Islam. Islam don't go back nowhere near far back as the ancient societies do. And Islam has even the Islamic world got their own time calculation. The Jewish world, I'm talking about the white Jewish world, right? They have their own time calculation. The earth is far older than 6,000 years old, people. That cut the Jewish time. The most accurate that we have now is the time of Janus. I hate to say it. Because when the white man had established a seat on the throne in this world, we talking about the seat on a real throne. Everybody want to give it to Alexander the Great. Yes, John Henrik Clark. And we understand the fight that John Henrik Clark and Sheikh Anta Diop. Matter of fact, I ain't going to talk about Clark. I'm going to talk about Sheikh Anta Diop. I understand the high intellectual prowess that this man had. And in his day, white people, they weren't confident enough to talk about, brag, and boast with Rome because you got Septimius. You got a host of people, Augustine, Tertullian. You got a host of people that was very, 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 very powerful in Rome that were black. So the white man always want to go back to Greece, the Greek. And this is why Tahuti and Chris Harris was guilty of it, but he a little too intelligent. He won't have that conversation with me. Tahuti, Garfield, a lot of dumb Chemex, because Sonetta ain't talking, hollering, screaming no dumb shit like that. And that's an old Chemex. Big brother. That's why the Janus time system is important. There is no other system. The Janus time system, as far back as I can date, in the perfection of it, it started back with Eusebius Dionysius, and it attempted in correction. No, it started with Julius Caesar, and it was attempted in correction, and it was actually the model was set with the Eusebius Dionysius after Julius Caesar. The Pontiff Maximus, we're going back to Rome. When the Gutians established his seat in Rome, that's when he that's when he entered history, recorded history. Because whatever was happening in Germany and Russia and the Asian steppes, that stuff wasn't recorded. Genghis Khan was recorded, but it wasn't recorded by him. It was recorded by the outsiders who watched. I'm trying to tell y'all, people. And the outsiders that watched him were the Gutians, were the Kumari, were the sons of Japheth, were the sons of Ham, the people that were in literate worlds. It was cats like Genghis Khan and Attila the Hun who were the most instrumental outside of Rome to topple and destroy Rome completely. Because them people didn't believe in Jesus, nor did they give a damn about the pagan gods that the Romans prior to the Christians who conquered them had. They didn't care. They were there for straight dominance, plunder, rapage, pillage. They didn't have the intellect to want to establish dominance. The people that always wanted to establish dominance was always the Gutians, the Gutians, the Goths. Habinar, Gomar, Hakumari, the sons of Gomer. Habaniah Yaphath, the sons of Japheth. Everything that this world is doing right now is designed to make the things that I say look crazy, retarded, dumb, and ridiculous. The Black Israelites are not going to embrace it, but they so ignorant, they don't understand that at least by 70 AD in recorded records, when we lost dominance, there's been a war and a fight on how to calculate time. We talk about the fight between the Sadducees and the Pharisees. And both were in bed with Rome, but the Pharisees were more endorsed by Rome than the Sadducees. Rome wanted the Sadducees to use as token niggas. Look, I got the best that Israel have to offer. Just sit your ass back. Don't say nothing. You know? And while they sitting back, don't say nothing, Rome was financing and fueling and supporting the Pharisee party. You can see this by way of reading about the Apostle Paul. I'm just trying to tell you. You ain't got to listen. So, you had Julius Caesar, right? And after him, you got Eusebius Dionysius, right? And then after him, you have Emperor Constantine. All of those guys that I mentioned messed up and time calculation because the way they was calculating time, it was snowing in the summer and shit. in months that it wasn't supposed to snow in, and it was raining in months that it wasn't supposed to rain in. Today, you can use none of the records to calculate time because they have hard and technology to control the weather. I mean, it was just raining in December, and I've never ever in my life seen it rain in December. It rained on Christmas here in Detroit. It rained Christmas Eve, and it rained the day after Christmas right here in Detroit. Check the records. They may destroy the records to make y'all think that I'm lying. And if you go check the records, you'll see I'm telling the truth. And if I'm lying, you should trust me to understand that somebody is playing with our intelligence. I can take you outside right now, you'll see rain puddles. I think I'll make a video on the video side of it. And show you rain puddles on the ground. Wetness. Because it's been raining. Ain't no snow out there. I was in the store and they was in there singing Boys to Men, let it snow. I was like, Lord God, please don't let it goddamn snow. It ain't snowed yet. It's coming though. That's because the Europeans are manipulating time. Here you got Christmas and New Year's. No snow. Right here in Detroit, we talking about the Janus time, y'all. Ain't nobody talking about this, but guess what? Y'all missed it. But y'all going to get it secondhand. And that's why I call these the archive records. I'm going to change this channel to fulfill the word that Yahweh gave me yesterday. This is the archive records channel. This is no longer the Israelite thought channel. You know, it's going to be the archive, Yasha's archive records channel. Ain't nobody told y'all that before me. There is no better. Really, there's just no other way to calculate time now. I say that because everybody, every nation that has ever had a grip and grasp on time have contracted with this damn a European, right, beastly society so long to where they really lost track on how to calculate their own time system. People. And y'all talking about the goddamn mark of the beast. This white man fighting for dominance and supremacy over some shit that he overlorded so hard to where he don't even need to fucking fight anymore. And he's fighting. The biggest fight that he wants you to have is that you continue to think that the white man is the original Israelite. Okay, we'll give you that. You can have that. I'm not going to fight you over that. I don't fight over lies and false information anymore. If it ain't about building and establishing truth, right? Even if you think that I don't have the truth, you coming to me trying to correct me is an attempt to establish the truth. So I got to respect that. But once you've been tested and tried through these chambers, I know that you got an agenda because you're not going to make me believe no shit that just ain't real and ain't true. When the Chinese say in their records, if they ever recorded in their records, and that's an old society that had their own system and still do. But trust me, there's so much shit been on in China. You know, we learned about the Pontiff Maximus. You know, we knew that Rome was doing shit that China wasn't even doing. When Rome was doing their thing, China was walking around this bitch like Like damn near third world, trust me. Damn near. Rome was like some like high tech shit. And everybody want to lie to you that Rome got this high tech shit from Egypt. And they didn't. They got it from Carthage. And Carthage had its seat in Egypt. The Phoenicians and the Berbers had their seat in Egypt. No matter how you slice it, no matter whether you call them, there's a whole bunch of names of people. And you best believe that the Carthaginians and the Phoenicians were one of them. Carthage. Rome got everything from Carthage. Phoenicia. Not only did Rome get everything from Carthage and the Canaanites, but Greece did. So the argument that Israel, the Bible, all go back to Kemet, it don't. It go back to Carthage. I showed y'all about the synods, the African synods, and how the Bible was canonized in Carthage. Wasn't nobody talking about that. But these same Gutians, these same white people, these same people, the Janus people, was in control then. And this same calculation of time, they fought and was fighting for, and it was honored back then. So when you say 1998, 2023, 2024, when you say that, right, this is not the 2024th year. This world is older than 2024 years. It's 2024 that Dionysus created this Janus time system. And his time system wasn't based off Kemet. Eusebius Dionysus time system was based off no other time system but the Ragnal years of the Israelite kings. Woo! So this Janus time system go back to the Phoenician Hebrews. Oh my goddamn God. So it don't go back to no other. The Phoenician, the Hebrews, the Babylonians, all of them calculated time. You call that like the Afro-Asiatic people. Even the Egyptians, the same way. But people have not advanced and was able to intellectualize that yet. Actually, they was. And once it was intellectualized, you had a group of white people in power that just didn't want to talk about that and just keep it going and just keep this system going and going and going and going and going. And if white people was no longer the supreme, this time system is the best that you have. Because this time system is the only time system that you have that links all the way back to the time system of the ancient. Anything else, we'll have to start this over to year one. If another society came in and established dominance, they would have to establish it as dominance in year one. Year one under the dominance of this group of people. I just pray that they set the records straight. And that's what people don't do. They don't set the record straight. All Yashab in Israel uplifting Janus and white supremacy. The white people have proven to be supreme. They did that when they dominated black people, when they enslaved black people, hung them from trees, put them in jails, put them in prison, made the daughters that they wanted to be good wives and turned them all into whores and sluts and thieves and bitches and dope fiends. Christians are wondering about this mark of the beast. It all ties back to the Janus. But because you don't understand the things that I said on these records, I don't make records anymore. Yes, I do. I started back making records when I make these records here. These are my new records. These are my new archives. There is no better time system. No, any Israelite that try to present a time system other than it's just straight fraud, you just dismiss them. There's no intellectual man who studied time in history going to agree with him. The pontiffs, the Roman pontiffs, is the descendants of ancient time because the original, Julius Caesar, when he was first dealing with what they called the Chaldeans, where we get calendar from, and he introduced the Janus. Julius Caesar, I told you, Julius Caesar, Eusebius Dionysius, right? I told y'all. Constantine, Pope Gregory. Those are the records of time that we have to look through to just keep a track on time. They out there shooting. It's that time. Y'all hear them? They're letting it off. Time to end this show because it's the time of the Janus. I told y'all. Peace, God.